Hello everyone. I'm back with another vlog. This time, it's not a day, a weekend, or a week even. You're going to spend a whole month with me. Actually, the idea came from a Reddit post's response, which basically was a discussion on how artists diversify their income streams without getting overwhelmed. I'm a big Reddit lurker, and one of the responses to this question really struck a chord with me. User Carl Ace, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, responded that they do very many different things in a month and have 10 days for freelance and commissions, 1 day a week for their comics, and so on and so forth. I will link the question and the response in the description. But it really helped me see what I could be doing myself as well. I'm a woman, and women go through the monthly cycle. I have a rather unpredictable cycle, to be honest. When it comes to work planning, I usually do a weekly planning at max. However, if I get periods during any of the days, it throws off everything. So this response was like a light bulb went on in my brain. I should actually plan my whole month rather than just a week to accommodate those days. So today, I'm taking you on a journey with me to fix my schedule. Oh, and if you are new here, hi, my name is Kitsu, and I'm planning to open a small business when I permanently move from US to India at the end of next year. I do not believe I have a lot of creativity, but lately I have been wanting to get back into art after not being able to afford art materials or give time to art in my childhood. And I'm very shy about it, so I started this channel to document my journey at age 31 last year. So, in this video, I'm going to go week by week. No real-time pace earring making today though. First of all, I made time blocks in my personal Outlook. I have similar time blocks in my office calendar, and it's extremely helpful to have automated notifications as to what's next. So I decided to expand the use of Outlook. And in true engineer fashion, I also decided to set up a little Excel sheet to track down my time spent and how much time I was wasting. These are approximate values based on judgment. No real metrics were used for calculating percentages. To give you an overview of the month, I have decided that I will dedicate my Saturdays to make clay things or to edit video. You can see here that I also have a list with the ideas that I should ideally be doing on specific dates. If I end up making something completely unique, then I change the plan here, but otherwise, I try to follow it. Similarly, I have a monthly plan for posting long videos, so that kind of dictates what I make on weekly basis. Let's see where we go from here. Alright, it is 17th May and it is Saturday. Today is the day I decided I would do this. I started jotting down what I would like to do starting tomorrow, as you can see in this calendar. However, lately I have not really been motivated to do my work in 9 to 5 job, and it has been piling up. And so, my Sundays are reserved for work these days. I'm hoping to catch up soon. Hopefully this routine will help me and I could then spend my Sundays on the work I should really be doing for myself. Although I did start my Excel sheet starting Monday, I had already begun to form my plan for the week through the calendar. Thankfully, morning pages have been one constant for me, and I have shifted my time to first 45 minutes after waking up as the artist's way suggests. I also signed up for a bunch of courses on Upskillist because I was getting 3 months free through T-Mobile. And then I also checked Coursera for other courses because I do want to learn more technical things for my day-to-day job, where I signed up for many courses. I hope I will continue to follow my timetable, otherwise, this will not work. I have signed up for many courses before but have not been able to complete them, so hopefully, this exercise will help a bit. It is Tuesday, May 19th, and an update in the timetable. I finally started painting. Although I had it in the schedule for Saturday, I only got time to start it today. It has been a long dream of mine to use the paints from tubes just like professionals and feel how the colors feel. I have never used a good paper and good colors, and I'm sure professional artists would laugh at me calling these cheap colors as good. I absolutely had a blast making this gouache painting. I have also got other variety of colors and I cannot contain myself to start with all of them. However, I also need to pace myself down because I know I will try to be jack of all trades and not even be good at one. This is what happens when your inner child now knows that you can do things they have always wanted to do and wants to grab this opportunity to try everything at once. And knowing myself, I know if I do not create at least something decent each time, not perfect, just decent, I will be very disappointed in myself. My notes here say that it takes much more time to find beginner-friendly tutorial for gouache. I am hoping to keep searching and keep painting. Now this week was supposed to be the experimenting week, to find out what works, what does not, and also to finally find time to finish many unfinished projects, at least start working towards them. 3 projects I have are my unfinished books on web novel. They have been pending for years now. I always said next year I will start, next year I will start, and in a blink of an eye 3 years have passed. I would like to finish them this year so that they are out of the back of my mind. I need to read them to remember the storylines and my characters. When I write books, I have a beginning and an end in mind, and then the story just flows according to what the characters want. It does become boring in between because sometimes I run out of ideas or add some element that I myself was not expecting. Anyway, this week I realized early on that I cannot do editing 8 to 9 pm, which I had initially chosen the slot as. I also realized that 7 to 8 hours sleep is not enough for me. I have always been an early riser, so I would like to continue doing that. I was trying to keep up my 4:30 to 5 am schedule, but that did not pan out. I was sleeping later than 9 pm and feeling very tired the whole week. I tried keeping up and was moderately successful in following my timetable. There is still much improvement needed on keeping the phone away front. Anyway, this painting turned out fine despite this being my first attempt. It is second week and well, I had some progress but mostly a new adjustment. This is Saturday. I got to go to my local library to attend a few classes, and now I can use their laser cutter and Cricut machines. Our library is equipped with quite a few machines for makers, and I absolutely love that fact. I do not need to buy the machines myself for occasional use. Perhaps I will buy them when I move back to India. Saturday went into that, and then on Sunday we got our first foster dog. Yay! I really needed a companion to help me keep a constant walking schedule. However, this new temporary addition to the family led to me completely wrecking my timetable. For this week, I do not really have much footage because I was busy with the dog. But because it was the long weekend, I was able to make some progress on the earrings. That is all I'm going to say for this week. Perhaps enjoy some docu footage here. By the time Weekend rolled around, my husband decided we needed to adopt this dog because he fell in love with him. Don't get me wrong, I love him too, but I was hoping for a more temporary situation. We did end up adopting him, and I had to ask for help from my husband because I was doing majority of caretaking and we ended up splitting up the work. I still could not go back to the first week's timetable. It only got worse. Even if I got my sanity back with evenings back to myself. I even ended up posting my video almost 3 days late. However, whenever I make my tutorial video with multiple pairs of earrings, I do have a much relaxed time because I have already processed my videos for shorts that I release every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. This means that working on clay on Saturdays works great. And then processing the videos on Sunday or immediately after posting the set tutorial works amazingly well because it takes me only 15 minutes to edit those short videos. Well, at least something is working out. This is third week and today is Saturday, 31st May. And because it is my first anniversary of moving to southern US with my husband, he decided to spoil me with a trip to Hobby Lobby. And I got this watercolor pad to practice my painting and some white acrylic color for the earrings. And so on Tuesday, June 3rd, I ended up starting to paint on the newly bought paper. Did not get to complete it, left it in between thanks to the chaos my life has become. And this chaos is of my own making, to be honest. Did I mention previously that Hobby Lobby has become one of my go-to places that I really enjoy? Just to look at things. Gosh, I did not know how much I love art. But finally being able to go to these craft stores has made me realize that I can spend all my day and money on the stuff. Of course, I would try to not go overboard. This was also the week where I switched my cooking duties from Sunday to Wednesday. Now I can have my Sundays completely free to work on things. Although I'm still lagging behind on work, I also got my periods during this week, so that was added stress. I did not get much work done both on personal and professional front. Alright, I am again jumping to Saturday, June 7th. I was able to make a few pairs. I also finally got to process a bad clay I had. Very happy with the results, to be honest. When it comes to clay, it is like this. I sit down at my desk and then I just want to keep making until I have some 3-4 designs done according to or not according to my plan. Once I have exhausted my list and I am satisfied, post-processing starts, which is after Saturday. I will keep working on them. As for the final week, I actually do not have any footage at all. Which is weird because this was the third week with Doggo and I was over my periods too. Then what happened? This was also one of those weeks where I realized I still need to make changes to my timetable. I was relying on walks alone to take care of my health, but I'm at an age where that is not enough anymore. I continued with the same timetable thinking that I would be able to pick back up from where I left the first week off. However, I'm still spending much time with the dog, trying to keep him entertained and not letting him get bored. It was a wake-up call because my vlog was late as well. I usually start editing the video weeks in advance, but it was Thursday and I had not started anything at all. And I was supposed to post on Friday. And then my husband helped me understand that I'm spending too much time and too much of attention on the dog where he might not require that much spoiling. He has had dogs before, so I will defer to his understanding. So, This week ended on a note of me trying my Pomodoro technique to get rid of my work pile and making some progress, but not much. And I'm not blaming my dog here but myself, because I might have just been procrastinating in the name of my dog. It is time to really get serious about this business and follow my timetable. All in all, while the experiment resulted in failure because I did not follow my set routine because of this or that, I think I can safely conclude 3 things. First, it is simply very hard to balance a 9 to 5 job, healthy lifestyle, pursuing hobby to ultimately turn them into an income stream, and family life. There were so many instances where I had to choose spending time with my hubby or my dog in favor of everything else. The chores need time too, especially in US where you cannot hire help that easily. And the energy is constant. Ultimately, something or the other gets sacrificed. For me, that is definitely personal projects including clay and my health. I have been wanting to get into going to gym for so long since I am now at risk of being obese, which I definitely do not want. Second, I need a routine with the tasks for the day written down and know when to do them, including both date and time. I am a planner and I need to know my plan well in advance. If something goes differently, I get really frustrated. Third, making a monthly schedule actually might work. I have been following this long form video every 2-week format for a couple of weeks now, and I think it works beautifully. I just need to get better in managing my time and keeping the phone away, as I keep saying. Working on the clay on Saturdays also helps a lot, as I can focus on my courses, video editing, and painting during the weekdays. There are a lot of things that I need to do and a lot of time to reclaim from scrolling still. But I'm happy to have figured out what works and what does not work for me. In the next month, I will work on refining this more. I am certainly disappointed in that I did not accomplish as much as I wanted to. I'm okay with the progress. It is some progress. Alright, I think I will stop my recap of the month here. If you enjoyed following me along on my 1-month journey, please consider liking and subscribing. I will surely update in my next video on my progress as I continue on this journey of discovering a routine that serves me well. I hope you found something helpful out of it too. Again, I do think it is very beneficial to have a monthly routine, especially for women, to ensure one is getting enough rest during those days. I will continue this experiment and update you all. Thank you for tuning in. Bye bye. Oh, and since we are almost at 100 subscribers here, I have special plans to release more videos in the week we cross the number. I cannot believe there are about 100 people who are interested in listening to me. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart and hope that you continue supporting me. I do have a special surprise planned in addition to more content for the week. And I cannot wait to share the news with you all. Let's see what happens. Once again, thank you and see you all in the next video.